beautiful people. I hope you all are having an amazing, marvelous, and magnificent day or night. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Tati B, and if you're a true crime lover like me, please don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below, and also share the video to any and everyone. Before we get into today's case, I just want to thank my first comment winner, Paula Taylor. Thank you so much for being the first comment winner. Shout out to you, and if you would like to be featured in one of my videos, comment down below being the first one, and you could be featured in one of my future videos. So happy Halloween, you guys. Today's video is going to be a thing that I've done twice in a row now. Is talked about CRIME-OWEEN cases that have happened on Halloween. So today I'm going to be talking about 3 CRIME-OWEEN cases. So please be safe on this Halloween day / night, and let's get straight into the video. Sit back, relax, grab a snack, some wine, some water, eat some candy, and enjoy some CRIME-OWEEN cases. Warning, this video may contain details of graphic content. This channel is for mature audiences only. Some viewers might find this disturbing. Ronald Clark O'Brien was born on October 19th, 1944. There isn't much background on him, but what I did find was that him and his wife had 2 children. Timothy O'Brien was born in 1966, and Elizabeth O'Brien was born in 1969. Ronald worked as an optician at Texas State Optical in Houston, Texas. Ronald was a loyal member of Second Baptist Church and served as a deacon, and if that wasn't enough, he was a singer in the choir. People described him as being a good Christian man and an above-average father. It was rumored that Ronald could not keep a job. In fact, he had at least 21 jobs within a 10-year period. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I am quick to leave a job. But it was determined that Ronald was actually fired from each job due to negligence or fraudulent behavior. His job at Texas State Optical suspected Ronald of stealing money from the company. On a rainy Halloween evening in 1974, Ronald decided to take his 2 children, 8-year-old Timothy and Elizabeth, trick-or-treating in the neighborhood in Pasadena, Texas. Now keep this in mind. Despite Ronald having 2 kids, he was never into Halloween or taking his children trick-or-treating. But for some reason, this year was different. Ronald and his 2 children were accompanied by one of his neighbors and the neighbor's 2 children. The children knocked on door to door, hoping to get a few treats. They came to this one particular home. The children knocked on the door, but there was no answer. They became impatient, so they moved on to the next home. Ronald stayed behind at or near the previous home. He caught up to the group and had 5 21-inch pixie sticks. If you aren't familiar with pixie sticks, they are a sugary, powdery substance that comes in different sizes and flavors. Ronald handed 2 pixie sticks to his 2 children and 2 to Ronald's neighbor's children. The 5th pixie stick was handed to a random child that Ronald recognized from church. Once Ronald and his children got home, Ronald told his children they could each have a piece of candy before bed. According to Ronald, Timothy chose the pixie stick. Timothy had trouble getting the powder out of the candy pack, so Ronald helped him out by loosening the powder. After Timothy ingested the powder, he complained that it tasted bitter. Ronald gave him some Kool-Aid to wash it down. Ronald stated, quote, 30 seconds after I left Tim's room, I heard him cry to me, "Daddy, Daddy, my stomach hurts," end quote. Ronald also told police, quote, he was in the bathroom convulsing, vomiting, and gasping, and then he suddenly went limp, end quote. 8-year-old Timothy O'Brien died on the way to the hospital an hour after he consumed the candy. As you can imagine, this scared the entire community. Majority of the parents turned their children's candy in to the police in fear that their child or children could be next. When the autopsy report came back, it revealed that the pixie stick that was consumed by Timothy was laced with enough cyanide it could have killed 2 or 3 grown men. Luckily, the other 4 pixie sticks were not yet consumed by the other 4 children. The other 4 pixie sticks were tested. They each had enough cyanide lace to kill 3 to 4 adults. In order for someone to have laced the 5 pixie sticks, they had all been open and 2 inches of the sugary powder were dumped and refilled with potassium cyanide and stapled back together as if nothing ever happened. Ronald O'Brien was questioned by police, and he told them that he could not remember which house he received the 5 pixie sticks from. To make matters even worse, when police retraced the houses Ronald visited that night, each of the occupants stated they never gave out pixie sticks as one of the candy options. Suddenly, Ronald regained his memory back after he took a stroll with the police down the same exact street they went on that Halloween evening. Ronald led police to the same house where the group went and no one answered the door. Ronald claimed the owner of the house cracked the door open just enough to hand Ronald 5 pixie sticks. Ronald claimed to have only seen the man's hairy arm, so therefore he could not get a good description of the man. Investigators found out that the home was owned by a man named Courtney Melvin. Courtney was an air traffic controller at William P. Hobby Airport, and he did not get home on the night of Halloween until 11 p.m. Courtney was ruled out as a suspect after police confirmed he was at work until 11 p.m. Police dug a little deeper and found out Ronald was in some financial trouble. Ronald was over $100,000 in debt, which is equivalent to being in $550,000 in today's money. His car was on the verge of being repossessed. He failed to repay a loan back, and his home had been foreclosed on. Months before the death of his son Timothy, Ronald took out a $10,000 life insurance policy on both of his children. He continued taking out life insurance policies several times, bringing the total amount to $60,000. On November 5th, 1974, Ronald O'Brien was arrested for the murder of his son, Timothy. His trial began in May of 1975, and of course, Ronald maintained his innocence. Ronald's friends and co-workers stated that he had an unusual entrance in cyanide and asked how much would it take to end a person. During the trial, a chemical Yoshi Hattori was born in Nagawa, Japan. He was the second out of 3 children. When he was 16 years old, he visited the United States in 1992. He went to Baton Rouge, Louisiana, as part of the American Field Service Student Exchange Program. Yoshi and a friend of his named Webb Haymaker were invited to a Halloween party that took place on October 17th, 1992. Yoshi dressed up in a white tuxedo to imitate John Travolta's character in the movie Saturday Night Fever. At around 8 p.m., the 2 boys drove to the neighborhood located in East Baton Rouge. The boys approached the home where they thought the party was held, but unfortunately they would soon realize they were at the wrong address. They were at the home of 30-year-old Rodney Pierce and his wife Bonnie. The boys walked to their front door and rang the doorbell. No one answered. Bonnie opened the side door and saw one of the boys appear from around the corner. The boy began walking towards her, and this is when Bonnie panicked, slammed the door, and told her husband to grab a weapon. Rodney approached the boys with a revolver as they were walking back to their car, and Webb told Rodney, quote, "We're here for a party," end quote. Rodney's response was, quote, "Freeze." Webb spotted the revolver and yelled a warning sign to Yoshi. Unfortunately, Yoshi did not understand much English, and he was not wearing his contact lenses, so he did not understand Rodney's commands or see Rodney holding a revolver. Yoshi was holding a video camera that Rodney mistook as a weapon. Yoshi continued moving towards Rodney, which unfortunately prompted Rodney to shooting Yoshi in the chest. After the shooting, Webb ran next door to get help, and Rodney and Bonnie went back inside and did not come back out until police and ambulances arrived, which, by the way, took about 40 minutes. Yoshi died en route to the hospital from blood loss. Rodney was questioned and released by Baton Rouge Police Department. They did not charge him with anything because they felt as though Rodney had been within his rights in shooting the trespasser. A protest was put together and eventually Rodney was charged with manslaughter. During the trial, Rodney's defense attorneys argued that Yoshi had, quote, "an extremely unusual manner of moving," end quote. Rodney testified about the split second before the shooting. He stated, quote, "It was a person coming from behind the car, moving real fast. At that point, I pointed the weapon and hollered, 'Freeze.' The person kept coming toward me, moving very erratically. At that time, I hollered for him to stop. He didn't. He kept moving forward. I remember him laughing. I was scared to death. This person was not going to stop. He was going to do harm to me," end quote. The trial lasted for 7 days, and after 3 hours of deliberating, Rodney was found not guilty. Later on, a civil trial was taking place, and Rodney was liable to pay Yoshi's parents $650,000 in damages. Rodney's insurance company paid $100,000 out of the $650,000, but Rodney was responsible for paying the rest. Yoshi's parents used the money to form 2 charities in honor of their son, which is just absolutely beautiful. One of the charities was used to fund U.S. high school students that want to visit Japan, and the other charity was used to fund organizations that campaigned for gun control. Yoshi's parents went on to become advocates for gun law reform in the U.S., Japanese citizens advocating for stronger gun control in the U.S. A bill called the Brady Bill that was once introduced in 1991 was brought back onto the table and signed into law by President Bill Clinton in 1993. The Brady Bill authorizes background checks and a 5-day waiting period before the purchase of a pow-pow weapon, if you know what I mean. There was an article published on October 18th, 2022, that Yoshi's parents are soon retiring from their work as gun control advocates at 74 and 75 years old. On October 17th, 2022, it marked 30 years of the death of Yoshi Hattori. Yoshi's 74-year-old mother stated that they are now going to deal with their son's death in their own way. I just want to quickly say I am extremely sorry that this even had to happen, but I am extremely proud of the parents for keeping their son's name alive and going as far as reintroducing a very important bill. On the evening of Halloween night in 1981, 39-year-old Ronald Sisman and his girlfriend, 20-year-old Elizabeth Blatzman, were in their Manhattan apartment on the 3rd floor when their home was invaded. Ronald and Elizabeth were beaten and executed in the back of the head several times. There was no forced entry, so it was believed that the couple knew the person or persons. The apartment was ransacked and Ronald's .25 pow-pow weapon was missing. Both of their IDs were missing, and there was no sign of forced entry. Police began looking for any motives and came across one possible lead. A prison inmate stated that the son of Sam killer David Berkowitz possibly had something to do with this. If you did not know, David Berkowitz was an American serial killer that was working with a satanic cult. The killings took place in the mid-70s, and police thought Elizabeth and Ronald were victims of this spree. 41 years later, and this case is unfortunately still unsolved.